Hi world, it's Dr. LaKeisha Cole. I am working extremely late. It is early in the AM and I'm working on some things. I've had a lot on my mind today. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day. It is very common for me to be up early in the AM. That happens for me quite a lot. And I believe that there are signs everywhere. I was sitting here at the computer working, and my dream car just popped up. And for those of you who have followed anything that I've said, I have mentioned to some family members of mine that I would not purchase a new car until I could buy my dream car. I have two dream cars. Those of you who know me, you know what they are. I've spoken on them, pictures with them, on my vision board, etc. But of course, just like anybody, I'm waiting for the perfect car, dream car that is, to cross my path and have everything perfectly arranged. Now, I'm sitting here and my dream car just happened to pop up on screen 22 miles away from where I am currently. And it's one of the two dream cars that I have. And I was just sitting here thinking as well about some of the things that I've been doing. I've been working on a timeline that I keep in my mind often, but occasionally I will write it down, just things that I've accomplished and the age that I achieved those things. And it includes everything, hardships, difficulties, challenges along the journey, and achievement. So I think about this often, and when I have it written down, I go to it at different times and I use it. It's just inspiration for me, it's motivation for me, a constant reminder that just like anyone else, I have experienced challenges and I've witnessed overcoming them. And so when I face new challenges, I don't really let it get to me too heavily, because I just remember all of the things that I have achieved that were worthwhile, that I didn't think I would be able to, or just different things I faced that I didn't know I would overcome. And I did successfully. So, as I stated, I'm proud of myself. I've achieved a lot. I'm grateful, very grateful and humbled by the things that I've achieved and accomplished in my life. And I see it as a privilege that I've had the opportunity to experience the things that I've experienced along my journey. Even the hardships. A lot of times people don't consider their challenges or difficulties as success, but I do. And I know that they propelled me because they taught me things that I didn't know, that allowed me to be better prepared next time. And they've just worked out for me well, as far as the learning goes and gaining wisdom. So I'm here now. Just got a little distracted when I saw that car, to be honest, pop up, because the very thing that I was thinking in that moment, I mean, some people say, well, that's, coincidence, or that's not a big deal. It happens all the time, da 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 da. But for me, as I stated, I'm a person who I'm always looking for positive signs for new direction and guidance. And as I stated, I'm always anticipating and expecting God to speak to me and guide me. So when things happen, I accept it as that. I have really seen a lot, and there are a lot of things going on in my life right now, just as you may have some things going on in your life. And today, I was thinking earlier, at least, yesterday, it would have been earlier yesterday, I was thinking about so much about people, and you've seen my last video, which I posted, was about being judgmental and insensitive. And today I was just thinking about decisions. And we all make decisions, and every decision that we make, it has consequences. Whether you rate those consequences as good or bad, you have decisions that you have to make. And every decision that you make, I say, for me, it's a domino effect. This decision that you make is tipping over the domino, the first domino that will have effect going on in your future. So no matter how you see your decision making, if you consider, oh, I made a good decision or I made a poor decision, it's going to have consequences, and those consequences are going to lead you to perceive it a certain way, interpret it a certain way, and whether you want to or not, you're going to have to accept that and be willing to move forward. You can give yourself an excuse or what you might consider a proper explanation for why you made a decision, or when the consequences come, I can't do this or I can't do that, or you may start looking again, as I stated in the previous video, you may start comparing your life to other people and feel some kind of way about that because you think, maybe you've had it harder than somebody else because this is what's going on in your life. These are the challenges that you're facing. But I'm speaking for me, and I hope that people watching this video will be able to be open-minded about their place in the world and how they perceive their own situations. But I look at myself fairly, no matter whether it's harsh or not. I'm pretty hard on myself. So no matter who sees me and how I talk and, how I carry myself, I'm probably the toughest person on myself because I have really high expectations for myself. And I was just thinking about me. And I know that as imperfect as I have been, I can say that I am someone who has always tried to be what I thought was a good person. I've always wanted to please people. It wasn't something I was forced to do. It was just always seemed to naturally be my personality. I like to see people pleased. That has changed over the years as I have grown in age and experiences, and some things just appear to not be of best interest for me and my health by pleasing someone else, and it's not helping me going forward. So I've definitely graduated from being a people pleaser. And I would say that it's still a joy when I'm able to have opportunities that are pleasing to people, but I don't um, try to please people over what I believe is best for my well being. And I don't recommend that for anyone else. If you're doing something that is not in your best interest of your well being, your mind, your body, your spirit, you have to make different decisions. And that's where that video that I made some time back about being selfish. When it comes to your health and mental well being, your stability, your ability to sustain life in a healthy manner, the things are different. If you are making decisions that put your health at risk, then you have to make different decisions, or you have to be willing to accept what comes with that. And just to continue on the topic, I was thinking about how when I make decisions, I look at them as a domino effect. And I'm able to see what I can and cannot do based on, I reset and I move forward if I consider my decision making to be poor. I make the proper adjustment and I move forward. I don't stay, allow myself to be stagnated and just stay in a rut and, think unhealthy about, okay, what happened? No, I move forward. And I always recommend that other people move forward too. And when making decisions, I know that our decisions affect where we're going in life, how we operate, what we've done, what we can do, what we're unable to do. And I just think that I have this internal personal motto that if you blame yourself, if you put the blame on you, okay, it blocks out anybody else that you can blame. And of course, I'm sure in your situation and mine, different circumstances, you can feel like, okay, I can blame this person for that, or this person had a big hand in my actions. But if you take responsibility and you just look at yourself and you say, let's just say I'm 100% to blame for my actions, which I believe we all are. There are many sides to different stories. There are always other people involved when you're making choices, but you are responsible for your part in it. So looking at that, I think that I have to say that I always try to, at least these days, put the blame on me for anything that I'm facing. I don't try to focus on other people, what their role is, because sometimes you can just get away from taking accountability and being responsible yourself for why you're where you are and how this decision led to you feeling the way that you feel. Why you're upset sometimes about things, just as well as being happy about some things. But it's easy to be upset with other people, especially if you believe in spoiling yourself to the point where you're always willing to blame somebody for what you have experienced. But when you look at yourself and you look in the mirror of your life and you say, I made this choice. Yes, somebody else might have been involved. Yes, a group or organization may have been involved. But I made this choice, and as a result, this is what happened. And it's like that for everything. I'm not talking about one specific error or one specific area. I'm just saying that in everything, decisions must be made in every area. And when you make those decisions, domino effect comes, behind that. And you have to look at yourself and say, as I stated, it's not a negative. It doesn't mean that you made poor choices. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you felt like this was best for you. And as a result, this is how things are going and what you have to deal with, what you have to face. And it's easy to blame others and have a reason for getting upset with other people when they're not doing or being who you feel they should be, or doing the things that you feel that they should do to make your life a little easier, because it just doesn't always seem to work that way. You are responsible for your decisions. And sometimes it's just so hard to really look in the mirror and point the finger at yourself, because yes, it's important to love yourself, but you have to be honest with yourself, even if that doesn't mean you have to go around parading to the whole world, your honesty to yourself about what you think about yourself and your choices and the life that you're living or have lived or whatever. But you must be able to, at some point in your life, look at you and say, I'm responsible for this. This is the choice that I made. And these are the consequences that came. It's just, I think, in my opinion, I think it just allows for more forgiveness. I think that it allows more grace, and all the negatives that seem to come about from those choices that may have not been your best choices. I think that the lessons learned, the wisdom gained, is just priceless. It really does work out for you, even if you're not able to see it at the time. But I just want to encourage you in this video to look at yourself, be fair, but look at yourself and just take everyone else out of the equation and see what role you played in your decision making. And if your decisions were poor decisions, then I want you, if you haven't already, to forgive yourself and see what you can learn from it and use that and apply it going forward. Sometimes we get it wrong, and hey, you're human. If you make a mistake, make an error, you can turn your life around, get it right, and move forward. You just don't need to beat yourself up. You want to be honest with yourself so that you can gain wisdom and move forward. And I want you to really look at yourself, examine your life, your choices, and just give yourself grace and be willing to just accept what it is right now. This is where you are. This is what you're dealing with. And you must move forward. You can't change the past. You can't expect for people to do things for you that, is not a part of their life or their journey or what they're supposed to be doing right now. Sometimes we have to face things and it seems like we're alone, but we're not. And I just want you to know and be encouraged that you're not alone and that you will be okay. Everything will work out. Okay? There are some things that you're going to learn, some things that you will get through, and that's what matters most. So be encouraged. Take advantage of every opportunity you have in your life to grow, to learn. You've also seen that video. My books at thefaithoutcome.com will be very helpful to you. They're self-help, motivational, and inspirational books that allow you to just get personal with the book and just see yourself. You know, it allows you to really look at yourself and your life and see where you are and what you think about yourself and what you can do about it to have a better life and an improved situation, circumstances, and just be able to live your life in joy. So I want you to have a great morning, and I wish you well in all of your endeavors, in your health. I wish for you much love, peace, joy, blessings, happiness, and success. Have a great morning. Remember to be motivated and inspired for the change that you can have in your life for the better. Have a good morning.